Welcome back to Sissy Maya. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss an update. Additionally, consider subscribing to my Patreon to get access to these features, and much more. I was the big deal this year. I was about to start 3rd grade. Our school system is divided so that kindergarten through 3rd grade go to one school, 4th through 6th to another, and then junior high and high school follow. This was my year to rule the campus. My name's Donald Allan Jones Jr, but everyone calls me Donnie. I couldn't stand being called Junior. It made me think of that guy from Hee Haw who sold used cars. Donnie suits me just fine. This was also my last chance to win the Halloween costume contest. We'd been talking about it since the first day of school. Last year, I came in second with my awesome Ewok costume from Star Wars. Lily Christensen won first place with her Glinda the Good Witch getup, and she had her little siblings dress as munchkins. But this year, I was determined to win. For the first 2 weeks of school, I couldn't come up with anything good enough for the contest. We brainstormed Star Wars, Thundercats, G.I. Joe, and zombies. Nothing felt right. Then one day, my friend Sam Collins and I sat at the kitchen table, bouncing around ideas. We had plenty of ideas, but nothing amazing. That's when Sam suggested I try a girl costume. I thought he was out of his mind. I wasn't going to dress as a princess, but Sam insisted he had a winner in mind, so he left that night feeling sure about it. As I was about to get up, Mom overheard and said, "Don't rule out dressing as a girl, Donnie. I think I could make you a pretty girl, if I do say so myself." She'd been listening to our conversation while making dinner. I rolled my eyes. "I don't think so, Mom. Maybe if I can't think of anything else, we'll talk about it." "Okay." I figured that would be the end of it. Mom just smiled and said, "I'm just saying, if you don't have any better ideas, I'd love to help." She asked me to go put my things away and help set the table. Dinner was almost ready, and Dad would be home soon. 2 more weeks passed with no solid costume idea. Finally, I sat at the table again, calling for Mom to come in. "I give up, Mom. I've tried everything, and nothing feels right. What do you have in mind?" Mom thought for a second. "Well, we could go with Alice in Wonderland or Cinderella. Any other ideas from you? How about Wonder Woman or the Bionic Woman? At least those were action heroines." Mom thought a little longer and said, I think we need something that covers more. We don't want you running around in Wonder Woman's skimpy outfit in the rain. Let me call Aunt Betty." I had no idea what Aunt Betty had to do with it, but Mom was on the phone in seconds. "Hi Betty, this is Lois." Yeah. "Listen, remember last May when Joanne was the miniature bride at Ellen and Ken's wedding? Oh, they were so cute together. Do you still have that dress? Oh great, you have the whole outfit. That's perfect. Let me take some measurements, and I'll call you back. Bye." What was that about, Mom? I had a feeling I knew where this was going. Mom turned to me. "Okay, if you want my help, go to your room and strip down to your underwear. We need to take measurements." Sometimes, it was easier to just go along with Mom's ideas. I went to my room and stripped down. Mom took all kinds of measurements, writing them down. She measured my waist, chest, arms, and other parts. "Why the extra measurements, Mom? A girl's got to know where everything goes. A dress can trip you up if it's too long, and if the skirt starts too high, it won't look right. I think you'll make a pretty girl for Halloween, so we need to measure you like we would a girl." She said this like I understood what she meant. "Okay, Mom. So, are you thinking about the dress Joanne wore?" "Exactly. Since Joanne's about your size, I just need to make sure the dress will fit. Now, let's convert these measurements to girl sizes, and we'll call Aunt Betty." We went downstairs, and Mom pulled out the Sears catalog to check the girls' sizing charts. She wrote down some more numbers and then called Aunt Betty again. When she hung up, she was all smiles. "I knew this would work. You're the same size as Joanne, so the outfit will fit perfectly. We can pick it up Sunday when we all meet at Grandma and Grandpa's for dinner." I'll have to buy a couple of things, but this costume is going to be amazing, Donnie. I wasn't so sure, but that was the plan. Sunday rolled around, and Mom reminded me that after dinner, we'd be going shopping for the costume pieces. When Dad got home, Mom told him all about her brilliant costume idea. This sounds like you could take first place this year, Donnie. I need to pick up a few things from the mall, so I'll tag along with you too, Dad said. He seemed to like the idea, so I figured it might actually work out. You don't mind me dressing as a girl, do you? I asked, more seeking Dad's approval than anything else. Donnie, Halloween's all about having fun, and costumes are part of that. I've dressed as a girl a couple of times myself for Halloween. So, no, I don't have any problem with it, Dad smiled. My mom even thought I looked cute. Well, great. It looked like I was going to be a bride for Halloween. But, hey, if I won first place, it would be all worth it. We all piled into the car, and Dad drove us to the mall. As we walked in, Mom told me I'd be shopping with her, and we'd meet Dad in the food court for ice cream in about 30 minutes. Our first stop was JCPenney. Mom walked us straight into the girls' underwear section. I could feel my face go bright red when she pulled out the measurements and asked, what type of panty would work best with Donna Ann's dress? I didn't really think. I don't know. I stammered, fumbling for words. Let's do it this way, Mom said. We'll grab a pack of white ones for now to test fit, and then we'll bring Donna Ann in to pick out the special ones for her big day. She handed me a package of white cotton panties, then led me over to something called a camisole. Checking her paper for sizes, she handed me 3 of them, one in white, one pink, and one blue. We then moved to the tights section. I wasn't sure what she was thinking, but she gave me 3 pairs, 2 white and 1 black. I was about to ask if she thought we had enough when Mom gasped and pulled me toward the fancy section. She picked up a pair of white pantyhose, in little girl size, with delicate flower patterns near the ankles. These will be perfect for the dress, she said, smiling like she'd just won the lottery. Finally, we made it to the checkout counter. I placed everything on the counter, and Mom paid. I carried the bag, and we went to meet Dad. We found him waiting for us in the food court. Only 36 minutes. That's the closest you've ever been to being on time, dear. Maybe Donnie should go shopping with you more often, Dad teased, but Mom pouted in response. Just for that, you get to pay for the ice cream, Mom said, smiling as she made the announcement to Dad. After the ice cream, we went home. Mom told me to take everything into the guest bedroom, which also served as her sewing room. I set the packages on the bed and was just about to leave when she stopped me. Let's make sure everything fits. If it doesn't, I can return it tomorrow. Okay, Mom, I said, not sure what else to do. I've left a pair of panties, a camisole, and a pair of tights on the bed. I'll step out while you change into the panties and camisole. They go on just like any other pants and shirt. Call me when you're ready for the tights, and I'll show you how to put them on without ruining them. She walked out and closed the door behind her. I looked at the clothes on the bed and thought, what am I getting myself into? But after thinking it over, I knew I had to go through with it if I wanted to win the contest. So, I stripped off my clothes and put on the panties. Not bad. Kind of like my briefs, just without the fly. Then I picked up the camisole. It felt silky, different from the cotton panties. I slipped it over my head, and it felt cool and smooth against my chest. I kind of like this, I thought, running my hands over the soft fabric. Donnie, are you decent yet? Mom called from outside. Just finished, Mom. Come on in. What took you so long? It shouldn't take that long to change, Mom said with a smile. Nothing, I just had to figure out the front and back. Mom, are all girls' clothes this soft? I asked, rubbing my hands over the camisole, suddenly feeling embarrassed under her smile. Sit here on the bed, and I'll show you how to put on the tights, Mom said, patting the bed next to her. I sat down, and she picked up the tights, scrunching them so that the leg portion was all bunched up, with only a few inches of tight material sticking out. You put your toe in first so the seam lines up with your toes like this. She took off her shoe to show me the seam on her stocking. Now you try it. I did, but had to stretch a bit to reach my toes. Great. Now slide it up your leg to just above your knee. Good. Now scrunch up the other leg and put it on. You're doing very well for your first time, Mom said, smiling at me with pride. I got both legs into the tights, and then Mom told me to stand up and work each leg up until I could pull the top around my waist. I did it, then smiled at her. The tights felt amazing as they slid up my legs, and the way they hugged my skin reminded me they were there the whole time. I think I was starting to get used to the idea of dressing as a girl for Halloween. Donnie, please walk over to the closet and back so I can see if everything moves the right way, Mom asked. I walked across the room and back, feeling the tights glide against each other with every step. It was actually kind of fun. This is great. Everything seems to fit just fine. Now you can change back into your regular clothes, and we'll put these away for now, Mom said. She got up and left the room to give me privacy. I was disappointed, to say the least. I was just beginning to like the feeling of the clothes when Mom called a halt to everything. I sighed as I removed the clothes and folded them, putting them in the drawer with the other items we'd bought. That evening, I couldn't stop thinking about how the fabric felt as I watched TV. My dreams that night were full of the softness of the clothes and how the tights felt as they hugged my legs. Friday came, and Mom had some news. Donnie, I know you're going to Sam Collins's after school. I want you home by 7. I got some things to help with your costume, and we need to try them tonight. Plus, you have an appointment tomorrow at my beauty salon. I told Janice about your costume, and she wants to help make sure you're perfect. She was speaking quickly, which meant she was excited. Okay, Mom. Sam and I are going to practice basketball and play video games, so I'll be back by 7. Deep down, I was hoping she would dress me up again. I had thought about it a lot and decided I liked the feel of the clothes. I walked in the door at 5 minutes to 7. It had been a tough one-on-one game. Sam and I were about the same size, but he was really fast. I was relieved when we finally stopped to have dinner. Mom told me I was too dirty to try on anything, so I had to take a shower. The only shampoo and soap in the bathroom were hers. Mom, where's my shampoo and soap? Just use what's there, honey, she called back. So I did, and came out wrapped in a towel, heading to my room. Not your room, young lady. Over here so we can see what you'll look like as Donna Ann. I was a bit surprised when she used the name Donna Ann, but then I remembered she'd mentioned it at the mall. Why are you calling me Donna Ann, Mom? I had to ask. When I was pregnant with you, we had 2 names picked out, Donald Allan for a boy and Donna Ann for a girl. We didn't know which you'd be until you were born. So, since you're dressing as a girl, I get to have Donna Ann for a little while. Mom smiled as she explained, and I figured it was fine to go along with it. Mom handed me a pair of white panties and turned around so I could put them on under the towel. Okay, Mom, you can turn back now. She went to the dresser and pulled out the black tights. I put them on the way she showed me. They felt incredible as they slid up my legs. Then she handed me a pink camisole, and once again I felt that tingling sensation as the fabric glided over my body. Mom walked over to the closet and opened the door. I was shocked when I saw 5 or 6 hangers with girls' clothes. She took out a pink blouse and a charcoal grey jumper. Let's try these on to see if they fit, Donna. Why? I thought I'd just be wearing the dress for the contest. I felt a mix of confusion and nervousness. The outfit was cute, but I wasn't sure what Mom expected if I fully dressed as Donna Ann. Well, I thought you could use a little practice, she explained. You know how to be a boy, but not a girl. A little practice will make sure you win the contest. Plus, Janice needs you in something feminine tomorrow to figure out how to style you. Mom looked a little uneasy, but determined. Okay, Mom. If you think it'll help me win, I'll do it. I agreed, and she helped me with the blouse. It was tricky with the buttons since they were on the opposite side, but I managed. Then Mom helped me with the jumper, and I put on a half slip, stepping into it and pulling it up to my waist. Once I was dressed, Mom pulled a pair of black Mary Janes from the closet. I sat on the bed and put them on, buckling them carefully. Now, Donna, sit on the stool, and let's do something with your hair. Mom picked up a brush and curling iron, and started working on my hair. After a while, she decided how to style it, curling my bangs just a little. There. That looks great. Now go take a look in the full-length mirror in my room. I walked into their room, with Mom following. When I looked in the mirror, I was surprised I looked like the girls in my class. If Lily, Jane, Joan, and Linda had been there, we would have all looked the same. Mom, I look just like the other girls in my class. Mom beamed. I knew you'd look perfect, Donna. Let's go show your father. And remember, take smaller steps when you walk. You don't want the skirt to flip up, and be sure to hold the railing going up or down the stairs. She smiled at me as I carefully walked down the stairs. I was nervous about showing Dad, but I knew I'd eventually have to face him dressed as a girl. I tried to remember everything Mom had told me as I walked into the family room. "Hi, Daddy. What do you think of my new outfit?" I said as sweetly as I could, twirling in front of him to show off my jumper and blouse. To say he was surprised would be an understatement. He was in complete shock. "What? Who? Oh, Donnie," Dad stammered. "No, Daddy. Mommy says my name should be Donna, and when I'm dressed like this. So, do you think I can win the Halloween contest? Do I look convincing enough?" I asked, trying to sound as innocent as possible. "You look very convincing, sweetheart." "Very convincing," Dad said, his eyes wide. "Lois, what's going on here?" He looked at Mom, completely confused. "I just wanted to see what I had to work with to turn Donnie into a bride named Donna. I think this will work out fine, don't you?" Mom replied. "Tomorrow morning we're going to the salon so Janice can help figure out what to do with hair and makeup. It'll be a short visit, but I thought it'd be easier to see how things will look if Donna Ann is there." I froze, suddenly scared at what Mom had just said. "Mom, I'm going out dressed like this." "Of course, dear. In fact, you'll wear exactly what you have on now." Mom grinned, her excitement practically radiating. "Are you sure? What if someone recognizes me? What if they laugh at me? What if?" I trailed off, my anxiety taking over. "Calm down, Donnie, I mean Donna," Dad said, sputtering like an engine. "Lois, are you sure no one will know?" I understand his concerns. "We'll just tell them it's a dry run for Halloween." "That's not a lie, you just aren't in the exact outfit you'll wear for the contest," Mom reassured. "Are you sure, Mom?" I asked, feeling on the verge of tears. I was scared, but also a little excited. A chance to go out as a girl. I was looking at my shoes when Dad put his arm around me and gave me a gentle hug. "You don't have to do this if you don't want to," Dad said softly, his arm around my shoulders. "Dad, if it helps me win the trophy this year, I can do it." "Okay, Mom, let's start learning how to be Donna and Dot." I had calmed down after hearing the concern in Dad's voice. It was then that I knew I could really be Donna Ann. Since it was already late, Mom said it would be a short set of lessons, then straight to bed for my beauty sleep. We spent the next hour practicing walking, going up and down stairs, sitting properly, and standing correctly. I didn't realize how careful you had to be in a dress. If I wasn't careful, everyone would see my panties. "Time for bed, Donna. Let's go upstairs, and you can be Donna and until we leave tomorrow, okay?" "Okay, Mom. Good night, Daddy. Sleep tight, don't let the bedbugs bite." I hugged Dad around his neck and kissed him on the cheek. He looked surprised I hadn't kissed him in years. "Can't a daughter kiss her daddy?" I asked, grinning. "Sure, honey." I was just shocked. "Good night, Donna and," Dad said, smiling warmly. I followed Mom up the stairs and into the guest room. She grabbed a plain white nightgown and a pair of white panties from the dresser. "I'll leave so you can change," dear. Make sure to hang up your blouse and jumper, and place your underwear on the vanity stool so you're ready to dress in the morning. Call me when you're ready, and I'll tuck you in." "Okay, Mom," I replied. As I changed, I couldn't help but admire myself in the mirror. I really liked the way I looked in these clothes. After a few minutes of looking at myself, I hung up the outfit and placed the underwear on the vanity. I picked up the nightie. It was soft and silky, like the camisole. The panties were made of the same material. I slipped them on, and they felt amazing, better than the cotton ones. Then, I slid the nightgown over my head, letting it float down over me. It was cool, light, and silky. I couldn't stop smiling as I called Mom in to tuck me in. "Good night, Donna Ann. We have a lot to do tomorrow, so we'll be up early. Sleep tight, dear." Mom kissed my forehead and turned off the light. I lay there for a while, wondering if all the girls in my class felt this good when they went to bed. I woke up to the sound of the alarm clock, and to my surprise, a Raggedy Ann doll was snuggled in bed with me. I knew I hadn't gone to sleep with it, but there it was. I placed the doll on the vanity, then went to the bathroom, took a shower, brushed my teeth, and tried to do my hair like Mom had done the night before. I just couldn't get it right. Afterward, I went back to the guest room, got dressed in the same outfit from last night, black tights, pink blouse, and charcoal grey jumper, and headed downstairs for breakfast. Mom was just pouring herself a glass of juice when I walked into the kitchen. "Good morning, Donna. Did you sleep well? Would you like some juice with your breakfast?" "Morning, Mom. I slept fine. Yes, I'd love some juice. I think I'll just have a bowl of cereal." "Oh, Mom, could you help me fix my hair after we eat? I can't seem to get it as nice as you did last night," I asked, trying to sound sweet. "Your hair looks fine, dear. We're just going to mess it up at the salon anyway. I'll slip in a headband for the trip," Mom said, trying to reassure me. "Now, hurry up, finish your cereal, and rinse your bowl. We have to leave soon." I finished eating, and soon we were headed out the door. I was gripping my mother's hand tightly. This was my first time out of the house as Donna Ann. I hopped into the car, but Mom made me get back out and get in again like a young lady should. The second time I did it right, so Mom started the car, and we were on our way. I kept my gaze forward, not looking around like I usually did. My hands were tightly clasped in my lap. "Take a deep breath, Donna. Blow it out slowly and tell me why you're so scared," Mom said, trying to reassure me. "Well, Mom, I'm afraid someone will see me and laugh at me, like I'm a boy in a dress. I don't know if I could go to school Monday if that happened. I told them at the salon you were dressing as a girl for Halloween, and they suggested you come in as Donna Ann. There won't be any laughing, just a couple of ladies trying to make you the most beautiful bride ever. Actually, I think you're really going to enjoy all the pampering they'll do." Mom was practically beaming as she said this. Soon we arrived at the salon, and Mom parked the car. She reminded me again how a young lady should exit a car, and after 3 tries, I finally did it correctly. We went inside for the appointment. I'd been here before, since Janice always cuts my hair, so I was familiar with the salon's sights and smells. Today, though, everything seemed brighter and more intense. "Hi Lois. This must be Donna Ann." "Hello, dear." Janice greeted us with a wide smile. "Let's go back here and see what we can do for you." We followed her to the wash sinks, where she had me sit. "First, we're going to wash and condition your hair, so lean back and relax. Lois, I've picked out some styles from the hairdo book. Take a look, and when I'm done, we'll get Donna's opinion." I leaned back, trying to relax as Janice started running warm water through my hair. The shampoo smelled fruity, and the way she massaged my scalp felt so good I didn't even realize I was relaxing until it was time to rinse. By the time she finished washing and rinsing my hair, I was practically purring. She squeezed out the extra water, then had me sit up and wrapped a towel around my head to keep the water from dripping on my pretty blouse. While Janice and Mom discussed styles from the book, I was lost in the sensation of having my hair washed. Afterward, Janice led me to a chair and laid the book in my lap. There were so many gorgeous styles to choose from. How do I pick one? I asked, overwhelmed. Well, I looked through the book and tried to pick styles that would go with the shape of your face. Since I already cut your hair, it was easier to narrow down the choices, Janice explained. But all the ones you marked have hair way longer than mine. There's no way you could do these without a wig or something, I said, flipping through the pages. Every marked style was from the long hair section. Don't worry, Donna. Once we decide on a style and color, Janice will work her magic, and you'll be gorgeous. Let's try these 3 and see how they look, Mom said, taking charge as usual. Let's see, okay, I'll be right back. Janice went to the back of the shop and returned with a box. When she opened it, there was a mop-like pile of hair inside. She pulled it out, shook it out, and held it behind my head. This is the right length. With a little change in color, it'll be perfect. Donna Ann, this is called a fall. What we'll do is trim your hair a little to even it out, and then we'll color it so it matches the hairpiece. Since it's for Halloween, it's okay to color your hair, even for you. When Janice is done with you, you might not want to go back to being your old self. Mom smiled widely. Okay, Janice, do whatever you think I need. I really want to win this contest. I'd made up my mind. I could handle all of this if it meant winning the contest. Plus, I was starting to really enjoy the clothes and all the attention. No sooner had I said that than Janice got to work. She checked my hair, then compared it to the picture, and started trimming the split ends. Once she finished, she applied some treatment and told me I needed to wait for the dye to set. She led me to another chair and had me sit still while she marked my ears with a pencil. Click. Oh. Click. Oh. I stared in the mirror and realized she had just pierced both of my ears. Janice, why did you do that? How can I go to school like this? No other boy has pierced ears. Donna, you want to win, right? Brides have pierced ears. All you'll need to do is wear tiny studs during the day, and your hair will cover them. After the contest, you can take them out, and the holes will heal in about a month. Just make sure to turn them every day and have your mom help you clean them at night to avoid infection. Janice was very clear in giving instructions. Oh, okay, I guess. You're sure they won't show? You know, Janice, they do look nice with my blouse and jumper, I said, thinking how cute my ears looked with the earrings in them now. A timer rang, and Janice moved me to a sink. She applied something to my hair, rinsed it out, then we returned to her workstation where she started blow-drying my hair. Once she was happy with how it looked, she took the fall, tucked it under some of my own hair, and clipped it in place. After brushing it out, she turned me toward the mirror. Voila! This is where we start. Now you have enough hair, and it's the right color to work with. I stared in disbelief at the mirror. My hair was now a slightly darker, even shade of sandy brown, as Janice called it. The length reached the top of my jumper in the front and fell to my shoulder blades in the back. I looked like a completely different person. For the first time, I was Donna Allan Jones. I must have been staring for a while because Janice gently shook my shoulder and said, "Enough admiring. We have work to do. You can look in the mirror later." Janice turned me around and called Mom over to see what we were working with. Oh my goodness. Donna Ann, you look wonderful. The daughter we never had is sitting right here. Mom was practically glowing, waving her arms excitedly. Now, Lois, we have to get started or we'll never decide on a style, Janice said. I've got some veil tiaras in the back. We bought several so we could match each bride's style. Let me grab them so you can see which one matches what you're using. Janice went to the back of the shop and returned with a box full of plastic headbands, most of them white, 1 gold, and 2 silver. Mom took a picture out of her wallet and showed it to Janice. This is the dress and veil we're using. Which one do you think will work best? If you think a different veil would suit better, I think we could buy a new one. Let's figure out the hairstyle first. That's how I do it with my brides. We get the hair right, then pick the veil that fits, Janice said confidently. Mom and I agreed, So Janice began working on the first hairstyle. She swept all of my hair up on top of my head, arranging it so most of the fall hung down the back. Then she wrapped the longer hair into a vertical roll along the back of my head, securing it with bobby pins. She turned me to face the mirror. The style looked sophisticated and made me appear older. Janice turned me back around and held up a Polaroid camera. Let's take a few pictures, then we'll move on to the next style. This way, you can take the pictures home and decide which one looks best. She took 3 pictures, one from the front, one from the side, and one from the back. Afterward, she took the style down and began on the next one. For the second style, she combed my bangs back and pinned them down. Then she gathered the sides of my hair, pulling them back and securing them at the center of the back of my head with an elastic band. Janice used a large curling iron on the back of my hair, working for about 15 minutes to get the curls just right. The result was a cascade of curls down my back, stopping at the top of my shoulder blades. She finished it off with the gold tiara to hide the pins holding my bangs in place. This time, we took 4 pictures to capture all angles in case we wanted to replicate it. I liked this style more than the first one. Janice brushed out the curls and removed the elastic band. She wet my hair again to help straighten it, then curled my bangs under. She pulled the sides back to just above my ears, teasing the top and sides for extra volume. Using a small curling iron, she created several long ringlets all around the top, back, and sides of my head. When she finished, she showed Mom a veil that could sit at the back of my bangs and puff up over the back of my head. I looked in the mirror and liked this style too. This one looks really cute, Mom, I said, grinning. They took 4 pictures of this style without the veil and 2 with it in place. Afterward, Janice brushed out my hair again, wet it, and blow-dried it into a more casual style for a girl my age. There you go, Donna. You're all set for the day. This evening, just have your mom take out the fall before bed and lay it out on your vanity so it'll look nice in the morning. That way, you can clip it back in and brush it out. Janice was all smiles, and so was I as I got up to leave the salon. I asked Mom what time it was, and she said, 11:30. We were only there 2.5 hours. Actually, that's pretty short for everything Janice did. Let's go grab something to eat in the food court. We were walking and talking about everything we'd seen at the salon. Mom mentioned that tomorrow was Sunday, and would be picking up the dress and everything else at Grandma and Grandpa's. I couldn't help but get more excited about it. This was so much fun, and it made me wonder, why do only girls get to have all this fun? When we reached the food court, I was so excited that I could barely eat. I ended up just having a hot dog and a small drink. Normally, I'd be eating a double cheeseburger, fries, and a big soda, but for some reason, I wasn't hungry at all. On our way back to the car, Mom spotted a shoe store with white high heels in the window. We're going to need them for the costume, so let's get a pair now. It'll give you a chance to get used to them before the contest. She grabbed my hand, and before I could protest, we were already inside. A young man came up to us with a friendly smile. What can I do for you ladies today? My daughter is going to be a miniature bride, and she needs a pair of white heels for her dress. 1.5 inches if you have them. I think she's a little young for anything higher, Mom said, in her usual take charge mode. I'm sure we have just what you need. Miss, if you'll sit over here and take off your shoes, we'll measure your foot to make sure we get the right fit. Is this your first pair of heels? He asked. I looked at Mom, and she nodded, signaling me to answer. Yes, it is. No need to worry. The current style is a small platform with a wedge heel. It's much easier to walk in than the stiletto heels your mom wore, he reassured me, though I could tell he thought I was a girl. Mom thought if we got them now, I could learn to walk in them before I need them, I said, trying to sound confident, even though I didn't feel that way. Be right back. James, as I noticed on his name tag, went to the back of the store. He came back with 4 boxes. I brought out 3 styles, and 2 sizes of the sandals, since we've found that sometimes a half size smaller works better for them. Let's try them on. The first pair was similar to the shoes I already had on. They had a closed, rounded toe with a strap across the top. When I stood up, I instantly felt taller. I walked around the store, and James was right, it wasn't too hard to walk in them once I adjusted to being taller. I also noticed I had to take smaller steps. Those look a little high, Mom said, eyeing my feet. They have a 1/2-inch platform with a 1.5-inch heel, similar to the Mary Janes your daughter wore here, James explained, shifting into sales mode. They're quite popular with girls in the 8 to 11 age group. Could I try on a pair of sandals? I asked, hoping it would steer the conversation in a different direction and get us out of the store faster. James helped me take off the shoes, and we tried the sandals. The first pair felt too big, and I felt like they might fall off with every step. We switched to a smaller pair, and they fit perfectly. They had a small strap across the toes, and longer straps that wrapped around my ankle. Once buckled, I knew they wouldn't fall off. They were delicate and made my feet look dainty. Mom, I really like these, I said, feeling pleased with my choice. Do you? They do look very nice. Would you like to try the other pair? Mom asked, actually letting me voice my opinion. Normally, she would have just said, okay, we'll take them, but this felt different. The third pair was what Mom called a pump. It was fine, but I liked the sandals a lot more. Mothers must have ESP, because before I even finished walking around, she said, we'll take the sandals. They look the best, and they'll really show off the dress and accessories. Don't you agree, Donna Ann? Yes. I love them. Thank you, Mom. I couldn't believe how excited I was about buying a pair of high-heeled shoes, but I was thrilled. Let's go home. We have some things to do since it's Saturday. Mom smiled as she paid for the shoes, and we left the store. I waved goodbye to James as we walked out. I felt so happy and practically bounced on my way to the car. I even remembered to get in the car the way a young lady should. Mom and I talked about our day, and I looked through all the pictures Janice had taken of the hairstyles. Before I knew it, we were home. Dad was outside raking leaves and waved as we pulled into the driveway. I waved back and quickly jumped out of the car, running toward him with my shoes and the pictures. Look what we did all day, Daddy. I love the last hairstyle, and then we had lunch, and while we were walking out, Mom found a shoe store, and this guy named James measured my feet, and I can actually walk in heels now. We bought a pair of high-heeled sandals, and then we came home. I said it all in one breath, pausing just long enough to take a deep breath. Whoa, slow down, Donna. You've told me a lot in a short time. Let's go inside, and you can show me everything while I get a drink. Dad gently guided me toward the front door while he spoke. When we walked into the kitchen, Mom was humming, and we sat at the table drinking iced tea. We showed Dad the pictures and my shoes. I even put the shoes on and walked around to show him that I could walk in them without falling. You did a lot today. Got your hair done differently too, I see, Dad said. It's a hairpiece, Dad. I just need Mom to unclip it, and I'll be back to my regular hair. It's so neat. Anyway, Mom said we had some things to do today, so I'd better change and take out the fall, I said as I got up from the table. Actually, Donna, I was thinking you could stay as you are and help around the house. After all, I didn't get much done while we were out today. Mom wanted me to help her as Donna and today. Is that okay with you, Dad? Your mom's right. She could use the help. I'm almost done with the leaves, and then I'll winterize the mower. You can help your mother today, Dad said, nodding in agreement. To make a long story short, I helped Mom clean, cook, and do laundry. By dinner time, we had clean clothes, a clean house, and the table set. I also helped with the dishes afterward. The rest of the evening was spent on more Donna and lessons, how to sit, how to stand, how to rise properly. Mom even pulled out a book and had me walk up and down the hall with it balanced on my head. She said it was to improve my walk. Later, Dad decided that was enough practice and told me to go take a shower and relax with some TV before bed. Mom came with me, and I thought she was going to take out the fall so I could shower. But when we reached the guest room,
She handed me a nightgown and panties and told me to change and come to the bathroom so she could show me how to shower without damaging my hair. I changed into the nightgown and panties, then went into the bathroom. Mom swept my hair up and clipped it on top of my head, then placed a shower cap over it. There, now you won't ruin your hair. We'll fix it for bed after your shower. Just come downstairs when you're done. After my shower, I redressed, hung up the shower cap, and went downstairs to find Mom. She was watching TV with Dad, so I gave Dad a hug and a kiss on the cheek. Thank you, Daddy, for letting me practice being Donna Ann. You know how much this contest means to me. Well, I don't mind you doing this, but I was surprised by how much you look like a girl. Are you sure you're going to be okay with this? You were shopping as a girl and at the salon as a girl. Donnie, I love you, but I worry about you, Dad said, pulling me onto his lap and talking seriously. He doesn't often get serious with me, but this was one of those times.